Guys, I've made a huge mistake.
Hey up lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and for those who are new to this channel, I've shaved my beard and I hate myself for it. But without further ado, if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment whether you think the new Halo Infinite designs are better or worse. On the whole, I think they're pretty awesome, and subscribe because it helps out the channel a lot. And if you like Halo stuff, then we like Halo here. You can say that.
Ultimate Halo.
Now, first of all, I would like to say it's not a huge sort of reveal of all the enemies. It is simply just a marketing campaign, once again, by Monster Energy. Big surprise, but big shout out to @KidsSchool51 on Twitter, link is in the description, because he shared this on Twitter and I just had to get on top of it and show you guys. So all you have to do is get the Snapchat code. I actually had to figure out how to do this because I'm 25 now and honestly I have no clue what I'm doing with Snapchat and things like that these days. Simply just scan the code. I've put it on the screen now for you all to see, and then from there you will be able to load a augmented reality experience for Halo Infinite within Snapchat. Now there are 5 options, but really only 4 of them count. So number 1 is the Brute. So it's got a description: utilised as a sheer military muscle in the Covenant Empire, the Dual Hanai have found new power in place in the galaxy since the rise of the new Banished faction. Now, I'm just going to give you some zoom ups. Obviously the models are not the highest resolution, the textures are quite low resolution, obviously it's running on Snapchat, but the Brutes do look pretty cool, and I think this looks quite significantly better. I think it looks detailed, and I think the Brute has pretty cool armor. I'm a very big fan of the lower mouth visor part of it, and it does look like the Banished and still looks like the Brute, so I think they have actually done really well here. I think probably just parts of the game, when in the gameplay reveal were shown off, just didn't quite look as good as we might have hoped, particularly the Chieftain. Next up is the Elite, and it states: after the collapse of the Covenant, the Sangheli found themselves weakened and embroiled in another fierce civil war. This time it's with their own kind. So obviously that's with the doings and the goings on with Sanghelios. But as you can see, once again, very low resolution. But one thing I did want to point out, and this is one thing I noted quite quickly in the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal trailer, is that the skin is very dark. It's very black on the Elites in Halo Infinite, and we can see it on this model here because the black on his skin is very similar to the black on the armor. So I'm not quite sure why they went for this decision. Normally it's more of a dark brown. Maybe it's just the lighting we've seen them in so far, but I have a feeling that's not the case. But I really am a fan of this Elite design. It actually does kind of take me back to Halo Combat Evolved in a lot of ways, but obviously with its own new take on it. But it's very familiar. I really enjoy it. It's aesthetically pleasing, so to speak. The Jackal, yes, so this is quite a cool one because we didn't really get to see this up close. So first of all, opportunistic to the most extreme degrees, the Kigya are sure to place themselves under the best position to reap the rewards of both rank and riches. Obviously we know the pirates and scavengers. So one of the things with the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal trailer is we saw him quite tall. There was a Jackal walking, which is going on screen now, and it's very tall. It had its neck upright, kind of like how the Elites look really tall when they raise their necks. But with Halo Infinite, I think it's a bit of a mix between the Halo 3, the classic Bungie era designs, and their own. Obviously they've still got the quite large jaws in this one. I think this is just sort of an in-between of both designs, and I think it works. I think the shield looks great. I think overall the design is what I would come to expect of a sort of mesh of both art styles. Personally, I'm quite a big fan of the Halo Reach Jackals, but I mean, who knows what else we'll see. We might see other variants in the game, who knows. And the same can be said for the Sangheli. You know, we could see the newer types and the older types, but hopefully just the older types, because I'm not too big of a fan of the new Elite design. Now lastly is the Grunt. Always precariously placed in the galactic hierarchy, what the Ungoi lack in size and strength, they will make up for tenacity and determination, which is absolutely true. So as you can see, a Grunt. Now, I actually think this is one of my favourite redesigns from 343's designs to Halo Infinite, because I think it has a very Halo Reach vibe to it. But one of the things I also noticed with the Grunt design is that the gas backpack that they have is very vertical this time round. You know, it steeps quite high, so I'm guessing they want them to have more of a physical height presence, because sometimes it's quite easy not to take Grunts very seriously in the game. So I think with Halo Infinite they wanted to make them just a little bit more taller, give them that bit more presence, and hopefully new players will find them a little bit more intimidating rather than just seeing them as cannon fodder. And number 5, it's just a monster energy can. So that's all we've got for today, guys. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Just a little news update for you all. Let me know in the comments because I'm curious as to what people think of these new redesigns. I've seen little talks about it on the internet previously, but I don't think I've seen much in-depth discussion. So let's get that started in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Once again, my name is Jack Fletcher, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.